by the early 1820s, the soil of the North Carolina Piedmont, which is where they're essentially located, really had little more to offer. It was just exhausted after decades and decades of continuous cultivation. And so, like many others, they looked for alternatives, all of which lay westward. Where were they going? We know they were going west, but where west? They were going to the free states, which was Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. This is these were places where land was cheap, the soil was deep and black, and crucially again, for the Quakers, slavery was outlawed. So for the Llewellynks, these devout friends committed to justice and the land, Indiana was just the natural fit. And so it was obviously for many other friends, because you have more than 100 wagons a day that were seen moving westward through Richmond, Indiana at the peak of the migration movement. And stream of families, tools, dreams, and fruit saplings flowing into what is still, in many ways, a new land.
100%. And John, so the Llewellyns have arrived in Indiana. What
Yes.
now, though? How did they get their hands on a piece of land? I assume there was no office of real estate, no agent out there with the sign being like,
For
let
sale.
me know.
Yeah.
Call me today.
Call 1-800 Quaker Real Estate or something.
Yeah, Quaker Real Estate. Yeah.
No. There was none of that quite yet. No. So again, context, right? So in any new territory, there was again no organization or regulations on the land really, or property managers. People basically found a piece of land that looked uninhabited, and they would just literally sit there until it came up for sale by the government. Because the government would send in surveyors to scope the land.
Squatters.
And right, and this is exactly what it was called.